So the New York Post first broke the story on October 14th in 2020 because they were also given the laptop by Giuliani, and this was just 3 weeks before the presidential election. But remember, it was passed off as Russian disinformation. What was your reaction to that and the fact that down the track, once Joe Biden was actually elected, this content was verified?
Well, I didn't get the copy until after the election, and it just shows that there was a bipartisan operation to protect Joe Biden. Most people don't realize, and we go into this in our dossier, 644-page report on the Biden laptop, that there were more Republican signatories on that letter than Democrats, and that is hardly ever talked about. So this was really a bipartisan operation, a cover-up operation to throw cold water on what are totally authentic photos, emails, and text messages.
So you've released over 130,000 emails, which we covered last year. You've released documents.
Yes.
You're about to release Hunter's photos from the laptop. What actually incriminating things did you find on there?
Well, apart from just solicitation and prostitution, there are dozens of drug deals. And remember that it's not just that Hunter Biden is a degenerate and drug user. His own father was the man in the U.S. Senate for over a decade pushing for stronger penalties for crack cocaine users. So the very narcotic that his father penalized and instituted mandatory minimums for was the exact narcotic that his son indulged in. And so it's the height of irony. And so the site you alluded to, BidenLaptopMedia.com, it goes live on June 1st, U.S. time. And it's going to be all the photos from the device minus genitalia. We are redacting that. But like you said, BidenLaptopEmails.com has been online for a year, and we've always wanted to put all the photos up, and we think this is the responsible way to do it. We're redacting genitalia, we're redacting social security numbers and other credit card numbers so that the public can't, commit identity theft, but they get a true picture of this. Is all about transparency. The American people can decide for themselves what they think about the American first family.
The FBI does have in their possession the actual original laptop. You've got a copy. The New York Post has a copy. Giuliani has a copy. And this is all because the actual owner of the repair shop made the copy. But the physical laptop is in the hands with the FBI. So why hasn't anything been done if there's evidence of criminal things happening on there?
Behavior. You're right. We just have a copy, and the shop owner, John Paul McIsaac, smartly realized that if the FBI didn't do anything, that the public had a right to know what was on this device. And so he did the right thing. I want everybody to know that the shop owner didn't copy this data without Hunter's consent. Hunter abandoned the whole device and didn't come back for it. And so the shop owner, after 90 days, that device legally became his. He contacted the FBI. The FBI took it via a grand jury subpoena, for which we have the document number, and that's in the dossier, as I alluded to earlier. And all we're doing is revealing what the FBI has had in their possession since December 9th, 2019. That is the date of the subpoena. Now, so your direct question was, why hasn't anything been done? I think that the contents of this device implicate people of both parties. So this isn't just a right-wing operation. There are Republicans in the emails, Republicans in the correspondence. It's really the uniparty that is implicated by this. And so, ergo, the intel agencies are the epicenter of the U.S. uniparty. And so they are like a Pavlovian dog responding to these to this content as a cover-up, and they don't want to even touch it with a 10-foot pole. It's a tragedy. I recognize that it's embarrassing for me as an American to have to say this to an international audience, and my own law enforcement agencies are this corrupt and captured. But the most I can do is lay it out, correctly and without any alteration. Not one of those emails, as you alluded to earlier, has been proven to be fabricated or messed with. We're putting it in the exact format that we received it as a copy from the shop owner.